Kenneth's laughing.
4, 3, 2.
It's 7:30 on this Thursday night, also known as Friday Eve. Music to my ears. That means it's almost time. It means it is time for Do You Like It or Not? I'm producer Chris. Tonight we're talking about everything from Doja Cat fighting with her fans. I feel like I need to add again there, Oliver Hudson's no husbands rule. I can't wait to get your take on that one. The hot new way to avoid doom scrolling and when you can claim that you're from somewhere. So imagine saying that you're from the DMV, but that doesn't mean you were necessarily born here. We're going to get into all of that. First, though, before we do, we need to talk about how you can join us live. So let's take a look. We are streaming, so there are a lot of different ways to do it, as you know. If you're watching on YouTube, you can leave some comments in the chat. We'll check those coming up in just a little bit. If you're watching on our website, fox5dc.com, or you're watching Fox Local Mobile on your phone, you want to join the Zoom room, I have a link posted in my Instagram story. It's also pinned at the top of my Instagram profile. My Instagram, you see right there, Fox5 Producer Chris. That's also where we are streaming live behind the scenes on TikTok right now. Vincent, Dale Norman, Ronaldo, all joining us or just swiping past as we speak. Speaking of Instagram, we also have our broadcast channel. That's where we post topics, then read the comments on air. And last but not least, if you are watching Fox Local on your connected TV and you want to make it a two-screen experience, grab your phone, scan the QR code, join the Lion Zoom room, and get ready to weigh in. We'll say hello to all of our virtual co-hosts in just a second. First, though, we have to say hello to our in-studio one. Please welcome back Lit 106 host Khadijah Corey.
Hello.
Khadijah, welcome back.
I'm
Happy
back.
1 week till Thanksgiving.
I can't wait to eat.
Yeah, I know. Are you like, do you have any like rituals you go through? Are you like cutting down on calories for a week to then earn the calories?
I mean, everything on my plate.
Okay,
I'm ready for game night. We always do a game night, you know, and I don't know. I ain't bringing no significant other around the table because I don't want to get grilled this year.
Okay,
don't
fair
have time.
enough. So we asked this question last night. Are you like a turkey trot family or?
Sadly, I am a pescatarian, so give me a little salmon.
Oh, no. I meant, are you one of those families, you know, they like wake up and go for a run?
No.
No, okay.
It takes all day anyway to cook, so that's why they kick me out anyway.
I'm more of a wake up and eat some cinnamon rolls.
Oh, no, you got to leave
a Bloody
enough
Mary,
for the day.
And a charcuterie board. Then you have dinner, so that by the end you just feel absolutely
Yeah,
miserable.
no, I leave a whole bunch of space. Because I go back for 2-3 plates.
Okay, that's what I
And
love
then
to
take
hear.
some to go.
Yeah, and then come to go. That could be a topic. We're going to maybe talk about that one tomorrow night. In the meantime, you ready to dive in tonight?
Let's jump into
All right,
it.
we're starting off with singer Doja Cat.
Okay.
Not sure if you guys saw this, but she is in another fight with her fans. This is not new for her, in case you didn't know. The singer spent most of the day Tuesday clapping back at fans on social media who had criticized the opening night of her tour. Their complaint was that the lack of visuals, the lack of costume changes, or, quote, the lack of effort. Doja Cat's counter-argument basically boiled down to some 4-letter words. Can't say on TV, or maybe we can, I don't know. I don't know what the rules are on streaming. But she also said that she is there to sing, and she is not a Broadway act. So, Khadijah, two-parter. One, artists fighting with their own fans, standing up for themselves, basically, but arguing with fans. Do you like this or not?
I don't like it. We're the ones putting money in your pocket. Like, that's the part that really bothers me.
Okay.
Because we're using our hard-earned money to come and support you guys and have a good time.
Right.
Why are you arguing with me?
Why are you arguing? Okay, so two, the idea of expecting, like, you know, she said Broadway, but like a Beyonce level production at every artist show. Is there anything wrong with sitting on a stool and singing if you are a singer? Or is that just not what people think they're paying for?
I mean, I don't think there's nothing wrong with that. Now, don't get me wrong. Maybe that's her taking a quick break as she gets ready for the next set, and we expect you to be giving us a full performance.
Changes,
I need the whole nine.
I
need the whole nine. Just give it all. I need it to be money's worth.
Money's worth. Okay, Allison, that might be the key here because as two people who went and saw Beyonce, that really raises the bar.
I was just thinking that, Chris, Beyonce has set the bar so high that people would want to have a better performance. But again, I think if it affects your vocals, and for an example, Tamar Braxton, I wish she would just be still and sing, because she's got an amazing voice. But once she starts to do a little bit extra, it takes away. So with Doja Cat, I don't know if maybe she was going through something. She could have been in pain or had a mental issue, but let the fans know that. Don't attack your fans and yell, and because that's how you lose fans right there. So that's not a good idea.
Exactly.
Yeah, and this is not the first time we've seen her do this either. Ryan's in the Zoom room. Ryan, I'm trying to read what your shirt says. Brutang?
Brutang.
Classic.
It's the Wu-Tang plus beer. Brutang.
It's for the kids. Yep, 21 and
It's
up.
for the kids.
All right,
Love
so
that.
Ryan, what about this idea? Does every artist need to have this show-stopping production, or is it about their talent, their voice?
It's about the genre. Doja Cat is in a pop genre. She's a pop artist because of Taylor Swift, because of Chappell Roan, because of Olivia Rodrigo, because of these other artists. They've raised the bar so high that if she wants to really hit it, she's going to have to do that. So it's, if you're an acoustic act, if you're a classic rock act, you can definitely break out the bar stool. But if you're Doja Cat, never argue with your fans.
Yeah.
That's the worst.
Agreed.
That's the worst.
Yeah, she might need a little PR.
Yes.
Look at, kind of
Some
whispering
training,
in her
some
ear.
training.
A little bit of training, but like we've kind of seen this from her before, so I'm not overly shocked. All right, let's go from Doja Cat to Cardi B now.
Okay.
Because she made some headlines recently as well. She recently posted a photo holding her new baby, the one that she had with Patriots wide receiver and Gaithersburg, Maryland native Stephon Diggs. Mom and dad commenting on the post, telling each other, quote, "Love you." Now, Cardi B's says, "I love you more." His just says, "Love you." And that's what people latched on to. No I before I love you. Red flag, according to some people. Someone else said love you and I love you are not
two
the same
different
thing.
things.
So Khadijah, telling your partner love you versus I love you.
It's
Do you like it?
It's completely two different things. I definitely think you should add the I in there. It just gives a little bit more strength to the relationship. I mean, I get it if it's maybe something very subtle. You're just like my cool buddy. Love you, guy. Like, cool. But if it's something a little bit more intimate and you have that deep connection, I need the I in front
You
of
need
that.
the I in front
I do.
of
I
it.
need the I.
Chad, do you agree with that take?
No.
No? Just you're fine with just dropping a love you?
She agrees.
I agree, but I put my comment in the YouTube comment.
Okay, I'll check.
I think it could be like, hey, love you. I mean,
Right.
I don't know. Yeah.
Love ya.
I guess I don't agree, but I get it.
I need another woman's opinion. Allison, we're coming back to you. What do you think? Red flag or nah?
It just depends on what the situation is. Like, I don't know if you were in a hurry and didn't have time to hit that extra letter. I'm not sure. It just depends on the relationship. For me, I might be a little bit offended. Like, okay, like, are you trying to impress somebody, or why couldn't you say the whole thing? Because like Khadijah
Exactly.
said, that sounds a little bit more like a homie type of situation. So it just depends.
I'm Team Khadijah and I'm Team Allison on this one. And this, I have been told this by my own wife before, that she needs that I in front of it.
Put the dot on
when
top.
it's in a text message form type of a thing. So I drop a comment in the YouTube chat. You can leave the I out if you like, but I am curious what people think of this. All right, next up, last night, you missed this, but we talked about the mom who says she doesn't always invite her sons and daughters-in-law on family trips.
Okay.
So she just wants her own kids.
Okay.
She wants sometimes the in-laws not to stay. Divided the internet. Tonight we're talking about Oliver Hudson, the actor, Kate Hudson's brother. His wedding rule also divided the internet. He shared it during a recent appearance on the Drew Barrymore show. Take a listen.
Oliver?
I have a relatable story, not
Yes.
quite, but I got married in Mexico. It was a very small wedding. I am a pretty private person, and my wife is from the East Coast, and she had all of her high school girlfriends and her college girlfriends who were coming. And I said to her, that's fine, but the husbands, I don't want them at my wedding. Because I didn't want to be introduced to someone at my own wedding when I am sort of a private person. So she's like, what? I'm like, yeah. I don't know how to do this, but you're going to have to tell your girlfriends that the husbands can't come to the wedding.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so it was a whole thing. They came to Mexico and had a Mexican vacation, but didn't come to any of the wedding festivities.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
So did the bridesmaids and your wife's friends sort of revolt?
No, they accepted it because they weren't going to pass up the trip to Mexico.
And supporting her, but then did they participate in the ceremony?
Yes, they were there. If it was a 3-day deal, they were there all 3 days, and the husbands were just sort of doing their own thing.
All right, so the comments section was split on this one. Some thought it was weird to exclude spouses. Others wondered why he maybe hadn't made more of an effort to get to know his wife's friends' husbands, and some agreed that they wouldn't want strangers at their wedding either. So we posted this one on our broadcast channel. We got a couple comments.
Okay.
Coach Zach, not an invited guest could have a very special person in their life that you haven't had a chance to be introduced to yet. It's how you feel about the person you invited with the +1. C Chase C, like it. It's his wedding. He can do what he wants. I've heard of non-celebs not inviting +1s unless they know you've been in a relationship with them for a certain amount of time. In non-celeb cases, it's usually to keep numbers down and not have random people there. In his case, he probably doesn't want some friend of a friend in his face because they're a fan. Next up, Molly, I see both sides. If you don't know anyone at the wedding, it's nice to get a +1. If you're the couple getting married, I absolutely don't want to meet a stranger that day. We agreed we wouldn't give my brother a +1 unless he had been dating someone for 3+ months. Howard Morris Garages, a simple not. Khadijah, not having strangers at your wedding. Do you like this rule or not?
Okay, so I do see both sides. I do get it. I mean, meeting them the day of my wedding, we could have did it the day before at the gathering or a little bit later coming up. I mean, I get there's always a significant person in someone else's life, so I totally understand you bringing them along. But me, like, oh, hey, in the middle of me throwing the bouquet.
Hey, congratulations on your wedding. Also, I'd like to introduce you to...
that could wait. Just give me, I mean, that's fine.
David's in the Lion Zoom room tonight. David, the no husbands rule, but more specifically, no strangers rule. Do you like this or not?
I can see some sense behind it, behind no strangers, but no, don't like it. I mean, you invite your guests, you want your guests to be comfortable. If they are more comfortable with the person that they're inviting to escort them, then let them, you know, let them have a good time at even though it's your event, you know, allow other people to enjoy themselves too.
All right. Allison, how about you? No husbands / no strangers at your wedding. Do you like this rule or not?
I'm on the fence about it because, for one, I'm hoping that he and his wife agreed on the situation. And then also, too, the reason I say one reason I feel about it is you don't know what kind of energy a stranger is bringing. Are they an alcoholic? Are they going to try to take all the shine away? Like, are they going to be doing too much? So I would know who's going to be there before.
That's fair.
Chad, we're gonna get your take on this one as well.
I kind of agree with Allison on this one. I'm kind of on the fence as well. You know, I guess you'd have to trust the person to know. Like, you have to trust you have to trust your friend. I agree with with Dave too. That I'm on the fence. I don't know. I guess I have a bad answer for that today.
I'm on the fence as well because I have been the stranger at people's weddings before, and I had a great time, and it was lovely to meet that bride and groom or whoever it was I was being introduced to for the first time. On the other hand, we kind of had this exact rule at our wedding, Molly and I, like she said, with her brother. Most of the people we invited were family. Right. The rest of the people were close friends. All of them are partnered up. Yeah. We have met their significant others. So, like, there weren't a lot of even possibilities for strangers.
That's fair.
But, you know, there were people that were left off the guest list that I've known my whole life, but my wife had never met. So it would have been the sort of situation where they were getting introduced at the wedding. So I have strong mixed feelings on this one as well.
Yeah, definitely see both sides.
Yeah, but I also imagine that he was paying for things, and that made it a little easier to call the shots. Right. Being the breadwinner possibly in the family. Speaking of party etiquette, we're heading into peak holiday party season.
Okay, give it to me.
People online weighing in on proper dinner party etiquette. One popular post My most boomer complaint is that nobody knows how to bring an item out of courtesy to parties anymore. 2.9 million views on that one. Khadijah, showing up empty-handed to a party. Do you like this or not? Do we still need to bring something when we're invited?
Absolutely. I'm going to say a bottle of wine. I mean, you can never go wrong with a bottle of wine. I brought something. Here you go. Although I do come to get, my good plate, I definitely think it's just proper etiquette. It's just like going to a wedding. Do you bring me a gift? I would hope so. A gift card, a card, something.
Now, I'm going to put you on the spot here because right before we came
I'm not bringing nothing to my grandmama's house. I'm not bringing nothing.
I asked her what she was doing for Thanksgiving, and I asked what she was bringing, and she said, an appetite.
That's it. For grandma's house and them, I'm not even allowed in the kitchen. So therefore, I'm not contributing. I'm the guest.
Okay. Ryan in the Lion Zoom room. Ryan, how do you feel about this idea of showing up empty-handed? Is it okay? Have the rules changed?
The rules probably have changed. I mean, it is 2025. Not everybody drinks wine. I don't drink wine. So I think that if you bring a good attitude and you bring a positive nature, that's good enough.
That's good.
Okay. Allison, how about you? Do you like Ryan's take on this one?
I do like Ryan's take, but when I go somewhere, I like to ask if you would like me to bring something. And then if I have an event, I will let you know if I need you to bring something or if we would like a gift or something like that. But yeah, it all depends. But I don't think it's rude if you don't. But it's just for me, I like to ask if you want me to.
All right. David, you're up next.
Well, I'm disappointed to agree with former middle linebacker for the Denver Broncos, Ryan Lynch. But yes, you do have to bring something, and it doesn't need to be wine. I mean, know the hosts and try to do something to help them out. They're putting money out on there for feeding people and entertainment and work. So it's just common courtesy to help out in that way.
All right, slight curveball I'm going to throw at you next, Chad. My question is, I have a habit of bringing my own six-pack, for example, when I come to a party, and then I drink that six-pack.
That's what I do.
That's exactly what I was going to say,
that way,
Chris.
I'm not emptying out the other person's fridge.
That's what I do with my wine.
Yeah.
I don't see
First
the
of all, I want
problem.
to apologize for standing you up last night, Chris, on our date.
If you were watching the other night, Chad threw down a challenge to me to show up 10 p.m., Tommy and Joe's here in Bethesda, karaoke night on Wednesday when we got off the show. We were doing a discussion about last-minute plans, and he threw them down to me, and I showed up, and Chad was not there.
I'm sorry about that, Chris. Oh, but I was invited to a party with a spreadsheet. So, like, if you're what you're gonna bring to the party, you put it on a spreadsheet. But what I typically do is bring a six-pack of Miller Lite, because that's what I'm gonna drink. Same as you, Chris.
All right, see?
Bottle of wine.
Great minds think alike. All right, next up, this next story. It's set in the city of brotherly love, but I think it applies to a lot of other places, including right here in the DMV.
Okay.
Take a listen.
We recently published an article asking a simple question. When can I say I'm from Philly? And my colleagues had some opinions.
Oh God, I'm scared.
When do you think it's okay for somebody to say they're from Philly?
I'm not equipped to answer that question because I am a transplant. So if I even speak on that topic, you're going to catch me outside.
I love Philadelphia. I'm obsessed with Philadelphia, but I unfortunately live in Delco, and I'm Delco by marriage, so I'm probably never leaving Delco. And that means that I'll never be able to call myself a Philadelphian, and it makes me incredibly sad. Also, I believe you probably have to have a 215 area code to call yourself a Philadelphian, which I do not. I've got a 267.
Well, I think the bare minimum is that you went to high school in Philadelphia. Some people are born here and then they move away. They're still considered a Philadelphian, they're born here. But I think if you had a lot of your formative years in Philadelphia, you grew up here, you're a Philadelphian.
I don't think it's about how long have you been living here. I think it's about like the kind of person you are and the attitude you bring.
Okay, so we heard a lot of different takes there. So Khadijah, when can you claim you're from the DMV?
I feel like that high school comment, kind of.
Okay.
Like, I mean, I went to high school here, so I definitely think it's probably the high school and you kind of grew up here and you spent a lot of years here, you can do that. But it also maybe depends on where you get your foot planted. You know, some people are military people where they hop around and then they don't really claim certain places. And if they do, you know, they're kind of unique in that way. So, I mean, I feel like it's a certain amount of years. But I also do agree with the last person is, you know, what you bring to the table. How you fit in here.
All right, Laura has taken Chad's place because I feel like she has some passionate thoughts about this subject. Laura, when are you officially from wherever?
Okay, so I was born in California, but I moved when I was 6, so I'm not from there. I grew up in New Mexico, but I wasn't born there, so I'm not from there. And I moved from there when I was 17, so I never lived there as an adult. I don't know really what it's like to live there. I've lived here the longest, but you can't be from this area unless you were like born here and lived here and are gonna die here. So like, I don't know. Someone needs to just decide.
Okay, see, this is the struggle that I think people have sometimes.
Exactly.
Allison, how about you?
Yeah, I think it depends on also if not only have you been there for a while, but you have to have the vibe. Like if you don't like mumbo sauce or go-go music or something like that, you can't really claim the DMV. That's my take. Like I've lived in all 3 places, DC, Maryland, and Virginia. So I consider myself DMV, and I've also lived out of the country and in Atlanta. But yeah, DMV all day for me.
All right, David. David's in Colorado, but he's lived here before too. David, where are you officially from?
From Poughkeepsie, New York, loud and proud.
Poughkeepsie, New York. All right. So how long have you lived out in Colorado?
Just a year. I was in DC before this, but I've been out here in Colorado.
And how long were you here?
3 years this time, and I was there 2 years the previous time I lived in DC.
Okay, so Poughkeepsie, New York it is for you.
That's right. Khadijah's right. It's generally where you lived when you went to high school, you know. But those other exceptional circumstances that you talked about, like military brats, you know, that's where you say, I'm a military brat.
Right.
I don't come from anywhere. I come from military bases, you know.
Okay. I saw
in Laura's case, I think there's still an answer there for Laura. It's like she didn't give all the details I think that are decisive, but it sounded like she's from Mexico because
New Mexico.
Where you live when you went to high school should basically be the answer.
Okay, interesting.
We'll take it, yeah.
I have lived in Washington D.C. area. I just moved to Montgomery County 1 year ago.
Okay.
But I lived in Washington. I've lived here for 23 years. I'm 42 years old, more than half my life. So, I have always tried to necessarily claim dual residency, but it depends on who asks where I'm from.
Right.
If I'm back home in Philadelphia or I'm here and somebody asks, then I'll say where I actually grew up.
Right.
If I'm out somewhere super random and somebody asks, I'll say the DMV.
I think it's where your heart is. Wherever your heart is, you can plant it there.
That is so true. All right, we're going to take a quick break. Keep the comments coming on all these stories and more. Coming up next, we're talking about Black Friday shopping and the new hot way to keep yourself from doom scrolling. We're going to talk all about it.
All right.
We'll be right back. Welcome back to Do You Like It or Not on this Thursday night, Friday Eve, if you will. Let's go ahead and check some of those YouTube comments. I know we got a few. And Laura said, producer Chris, Chad is sorry he stood you up. I guess he isn't actually a fan of last-minute plans because he can't keep them. Correct. I texted him a picture from the bar showing and proving, shaming that he was not there. Lars says, okay, that's red flag. One time I was leaving a date and the guy said, see ya, and not see you later, and I knew. All right, Kay Shirley, I don't know what that is. Stranger danger until you know you know. All right, sure. All right. Yeah, for the wedding guest thing. Stranger danger. Yes, I agree with that. All right, Laura, again, I don't want to bring something, but I know I have to because my friends told me it's expected. I'd honestly rather donate some money to the cause because I have no idea what other people like. Yeah, that's fair as well. All right. Khadijah, you ready to dive back in?
Let's do it.
Do you remember back in the day when people used to line up for Black Friday shopping?
Yeah.
And they would line up on
around the
Thanksgiving
block.
night? So 1 week from right now, literally people would be lined up outside of a Best Buy to go get a new TV.
Yes.
Was that was never
No,
you
that
guys?
was a thing.
Yeah,
That was
it
a thing.
Oh, it was a thing.
I mean,
People getting
spend the night.
trampled.
Tents.
Do you miss
chairs.
it?
I was personally never the person to stand
Yeah.
out there because it was either freezing. I mean, I was always in New York at the time, and it was always freezing. But it's so chaotic and just like
I know, and that's what I
a
loved
mess.
about it.
And I think
didn't do it either.
it's anxiety for me. So I'm like, I ain't going out there with
But
those
then
animals.
did you go shopping on Black Friday? Like,
Yeah, and
the
then
actual next
everything
day?
was gone.
Everything was gone.
It's like maybe
yeah.
I should have stayed out there.
Nowadays, as you know, we have like Amazon and everything. But even when it comes to Black Friday and holiday shopping, it seems like the deals start earlier and earlier, and it's not the appointment event that it used to be. So, do you wish that came back? Black Friday shopping, do you like it or not?
I do like it. I do like Black Friday shopping. Obviously, it's the deals. Obviously, it's like being the first one there to get before it's off the shelf. But it's just the chaos behind it. That's the part I can't get with.
Okay.
People are literally over
Yeah,
TVs. It used to be a real thing.
Let's check in with our small biz owners right now. We're going to start with Ryan Lynch out at Records and Rarities. Ryan, do you miss like the in-person Black Friday line up the night before type shopping?
No, because that means that I was working on Thursday.
Okay, yeah.
So I like how they do it now. When I first started my store in the mall, we worked Thursday. You worked from 5 till 10, and then you had to be back the next morning at 7 a.m.
That's,
So,
no bueno.
yeah.
Let's ask Allison before I give my opinion on this. Allison, the idea of in-person Black Friday shopping, do you like it or not?
Never again. I've done it twice. All that fighting and people jumping on top of each other, and now people's mentality is different now. People have lost their mind on a regular basis. So no.
For sure.
Yeah.
Too. Yeah. Here's the one thing I'll say. I like going out and seeing people like excited for the holiday season.
Yeah.
I don't like all the madness from a professional standpoint, from a news standpoint, from a former overnight morning show producer. I loved when those people were out in line because it meant we had a guaranteed story at 4 a.m, live interviews with people who were crazy enough to stand. You just don't get that the same way anymore, and I miss it. All right, next up, the hottest new accessory, at least according to Business Insider. We are talking about the anti-doom scrolling bag. You see a version of it right there. The bag is basically full of distractions, portable activities like crossword puzzles, knitting needles, watercolor paints, watercolor paints, etc. Social media full of young women showing off their variations on it. Supporters say it's a deliberately screen-free way to spend those in-between moments. So, Khadijah, the anti-doom scrolling bag, do you like this or not? You don't carry one, do you?
I don't, but I am definitely a Sudoku girl.
Okay.
So I would.
But is it on your phone?
It is. So I guess that defeats the purpose. But at least I'm not
You're not
scrolling on
scrolling,
TikTok
but you're not
or something.
scrolling. Exactly.
So, I mean, I do a crossword puzzle.
Yeah. Chad, do you like the idea? I mean, you don't necessarily have to carry a man purse around, but the idea of like the anti-doom, something to distract you from just whipping out your phone and just doing this nonstop. Do you like that or not?
Don't dislike. I do have a man purse though, Chris. But it's usually filled with like reading glasses and like snacks. But I have self-control. I feel like I'm doing a much better job at anti-doom scrolling, and I got a guitar right here, DJ equipment, so I have a lot of things to distract. But when I'm on the go, usually I'm just listening to something. Yeah, so
Understood.
Yeah.
I do like that
Doom
we're-
listening, yeah.
I like that we're in this age of people trying to take a more like thoughtful approach
Being
to
intentional.
their phones and
Yeah.
social media. That's all the time we've got for tonight, though. Khadijah, where can they catch you?
Yes, follow me on Instagram about.Khadijah and on Lit 106 every Saturday, 10 a.m. to 3. Looking forward to having you guys.
All right, we'll be back tomorrow night for an all-new episode. For producer Jim, I'm producer Chris. Have a great night.